Peace, peace, peace. What's poppin', my peoples? What's good, my weebles? It's your boy, Sincere Seven, coming to you live and direct from the pad, the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit, representing the House of Genesis. So I'm feeling great. I just got off the phone with a individual that I possibly might start working with, and I had a very, very dope discussion with them. Um, and it just brought to my consciousness, like, you know, I don't know how many people really think about this, because as a snake venom practitioner, yeah, we're talking about snake venoms today, right now, right? As a snake venom practitioner, it's like, I am amazed. Uh, this is such a passion. And I just be kind of like, oh, wow. Like, the more I study, the more I learn, the more we experience, the more clients we have, the more testimonials we have. I'm amazed. Um, and so when I talk to people and I do these lectures and all of this, I'm at another mindset with this, that I be trying to tell people all of these things. Oh, this and that, blase split. And you want to know, they'd be like, oh, okay. And then I'll say the simple things, and they'd be like, wow, wait, what? And I'd be like, wait, that was the part that you ain't just hear me tell you about the, it is like, oh, keep it simple, right? So I was having a discussion, and I spoke on, the difference in using an alternative medicine such as snake venom for healing a certain ailment or disease, and using a solution that was created, uh, that they're not even allowed to spill onto their hands or bodies, um, and allowing them to pump this into your body as a healing solution. And it's like, yo, does anybody know what that's made out of? Right? And some people do. There's some reports of the type of things that are utilized to create these healing modalities that the Western medicine is using and pumping into people to cure certain things, right? And I was explaining to the individual that I say, one of the things that I have repeated so many times, because it was fascinating to me the first time I heard it, and it made things snap, was the snake heals its prey before it kills its prey, because it plans to eat its prey, and it doesn't have the ability to separate what's good from bad. And when I was like, wait a minute, what? Tell me more. That was the first thing that I was told about, the snake venom when I went into training. And then it was explained that when the snake bites the prey, that the first thing that it's trying to do is to cleanse the prey, right? Because it wants to eat it, and it doesn't have the ability to separate what's good from bad. So the venoms will, first of all, it floods the system with white blood cells, and then all of the toxins target different things like tumors, bacteria, viruses, all of these different things, so that it can literally melt these things away and neutralize these things, so that the snake can have a clean, healthy meal. The difference between a medicine and a poison is the dosage. One aspirin is medicine. 100 aspirin, you need to call the poison control center, right? So, one application of snake venom at a alchemized solutional rate is medicine. Uh, Thousands of them is poison. So when the snake bites you and injects all of the venom, it is not only going to induce the healing to take place, but after that, it's going to induce the destruction to take place, so that you will die, right? But when you microdose it, then it gives it enough power for the medicinal properties to take place or the healing to take place. But by the time that the efficacy is utilized within the power of the amount of the solution, now it's all the energy is gone and it is flushed out the system. And so I was explaining to them that these venoms are created out of the same thing that we are: amino acids. Amino acids create peptides, and peptides create proteins. Our entire body is made up of proteins and peptides. Our hair, our skin, our nails, our teeth, our blood, our organs, all of it is all amino acids. So, amino acids are what is built up to create peptides, which are basically messengers. They tell things what to do, and proteins, which hold structures and transfer things. And they all have jobs. All proteins have jobs, right? So when we eat, like they'll say, you ate meat, you ate a protein. How much protein was in there? Oh, it's 25 grams of protein. Okay, and you ate it, and your enzymes in your body break those proteins down into peptides and then finally amino acids. Now our bodies can take those amino acids and put them back together and to in a certain sequence to create other peptides or proteins that are needed in the body. So some things that we eat are broken down like Legos and then put together to create something else. So that is what is the bioactive component when we use animal medicines. If you've heard of Cambo, Cambo is a secretion that comes off the back of the Phyllomedusa bicolored tree frog. This frog has a defense mechanism to where frog has a defense mechanism to where if anything bites it, stings it, anything like that, this secretion will come out and neutralize it. Okay. So when we take that and we use it, we get that same power, right? That Cambo secretion that everybody is familiar with is 7% bioactive peptides. 7% does all of that. So if you hear about people talking about healing with Cambo and fighting this with Cambo and having this, all of that, that Cambo that they used was 7% bioactive peptides, 7.5, so less than 10%. When you use snake venom, the snake venom is 90% bioactive peptide based. So it's 10 times stronger than Cambo. The difference is Cambo targets the digestive system and causes a detox, a flush, raising the temperature, beating of the heart, all of this. Snake venom does none of those things. There's no adverse reactions from snake venoms because of the way that it works and what it's targeting and how. Okay, so with that being said, keep in mind that if you hear about the power of Cambo, snake venom is 9 times more powerful, 90% peptide base. And again, all of these bioactive peptides are made out of the same thing that you're made out of. So with that being said, you can use this as a healing modality, but there's no destruction coming to the body like some of the man-made healing modalities that are being pumped into people's bodies that are destroying their teeth, destroying their hair, destroying their organs, some of the permanent damage. Okay, so this is why we have alternative medicines. These are why they're alternative. This is what they're made up of, the same things that we are made up of. What is what you're using for healing made up of? I hope that somebody finds some type of understanding in this. If anybody was wondering about the snake venom, why do people use it? What's the whole hoopla to it? This is what we're talking about, right? And there are books. There are plenty of books. I should have had a couple around me. But there are books if you want to research this more. You can inbox me. I can get those to you. Oh, wait a minute. We have a request to join the video. The last time this was dope. So let's see what's going on today. I was just about to close it up, but I'm do do I'm gonna let her come on and say her own name because I be chopping it up. Peace. Peace and blessings. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. I was just talking to the peoples about, you know, the medicines that we use and what they're made up of, you know?
Yes, yes. I found that very, very intriguing. Thank you for sharing because I am very new to the, I guess, would Snake Venom be under the brand of psychedelics or Feslam or however they say it?
No, actually, Snake Venom would go under the Kingdom of Healings in the animal kingdom. So it's not actually a psychedelic. No.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's a spirit animal medicine.
Yes. So I run the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit, so we deal with psychedelics and theogens and things like that. But I also run the House of Genesis, which is a healing house. So we deal with actual healing of the body and physical elements and things like that. So we utilize Snake Venom for healing of the body, for character growth and development, and for spiritual growth and development.
Okay. Yeah, I would love to learn more about your institution that you have as I'm becoming more aware as, you know, Big Mama, I call it, you know, the great divine mother. Feminine is showing her medicinal medicines that are very close to these different animal kingdoms, such as the snake. And so I just wanted to share my connection with the snake that has been coming up very intensely in the past couple of months. As you know, I was just at the Krishna temple. Hey, will you stop and knocking them on the daggone thing? When I was at the Hare Krishna temple on Jefferson in Detroit, just not even a week ago. What was it? Monday. I was last there. Monday. And I almost stepped on a damn garden snake. I was on the phone with my bow. I was like, oh my God, that's not a daggone snake. He's like, Lord, you're like, I thought you from the country like me. You're not supposed to be scared of no snake. I said, well, everybody's not. But anyway, so I almost stepped on a daggone snake. And so, you know, coming up in different readings and different symbolisms as I'm thinking about now, the snake is a healer.
That's right.
And definitely a healing energy. So first really encounter with the serpent energy, you know, handling that fear even on a physical level, was when I did my second journey. It was a lot more higher dosage. I believe it was about 4 grams. And you know, I started doing Dambala. Are you familiar with Dambala?
Indeed I am.
Okay. With my 2 guides, they said I started doing Dambala while I spoke 6 different languages. My 2 elders who guided me. And so, you know, having worked with the snake energy comfortably before that, but not really putting the 2 and 2. I put the 2 and 2 together, but, you know, I'm not thinking about a physical snake per se.
Sometimes it's a trail. I've had like individuals who have taken the Snake Venom practitioner training class, and they'll tell stories about like how like the snake had been coming to them for a while and they just didn't realize it. They'll show me, I had one who showed me a snake blanket somebody gave him, and then, you know, this snake triggered, and it's like, and the snake came to them at this place, and different, and some of them even the frogs too, because it's Cambo. So yeah, and the scorpion.
Oh, I'm a Scorpio times 6. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
We had this conversation the last time when I was on live.
Okay.
I didn't. So the Scorpio and that's right. Okay, so the Scorpio venom is killing too, huh?
Oh yes. So a lot of individuals that are battling cancer that are using the snake venom to battle it, the copperhead snake venom, anti-cancer, anti-tumor. They also use the scorpion venom in between their sessions because the scorpion venom is also anti-tumor, anti-cancer. So they can continue to attack the cancer daily in between their snake venom administrations.
So what I am hearing now from my journey and what the Spirit is sharing with me is that, growing into this being that I am and sharing that so abundantly, just being authentic, it just shows, as we start to become more aware, conscientious of these things, we can then, as they say, as above, so below. So it comes out in the spirit before it manifests in the physical. And I feel like, Mama and Big Papa, like, look, don't be scared of that daggone snake. That snake more scared than you. That's what my beau said to me when I was on the phone. I'm like, I don't care what you say. I don't know that snake. That snake don't know me. And I don't know. That just, we're going back and forth. So, yeah, I hear what you're saying.
They're simply the keepers. They're simply the keepers of some of the earth's most precious medicines. That's it.
Yeah.
And everybody's aware of the plant kingdom. Everybody thinks that, oh, the plant kingdom. It was the only medicine. It's the first medicine. It's like, no, that's not the only kingdom. And it's not. Like, I understand that that's where 80% of our healing comes from, but that's only because a lot of people are unaware of the power of minerals, the power of fungi kingdom, and the power of the animal kingdom. You know what I'm saying? They call medicines poisons. That's it. The difference between the poison and the medicine is the dosage.
That's what I was going to say. Based on, so it just has me thinking, as the Spirit's got me. I did an oracle and tarot reading at Sunrise, a collective one, and it just got me thinking when some cards came out about changing the thought about things, of how I see things and how I'm connecting with it. And that just knowing and having this confirmation right here is just expanding that relationship with the Spirit to be more mindful and see, okay, you come into your original spiritual being, you can now better talk and understand me so that then you, whomever, can know how to not fear these things and know how to be more in harmony. Because the snake is very, we were talking about the snake charmer and the healer, as I think about the Dambala, that's the healing dance, for anxiety and depression and other spirits that come through. And also then I look at the helix, the DNA, strands and stuff like the daggone, all these symbolisms out here, the medical
the
side.
caduceus, the rod of the slave piece, that's right.
And a lot of us who are thinking, as my beloved would say, with our carnal minds, aren't applying this to the physical animal. And then like someone like yourself who, I hear people talk, in community, and they're just kind of like, our parents tell us these people are crazy and things and doing these white folks things, psychedelics and things. Why do you want to do that? Because after I did my trip and hearing you for about the past year, I think that's mine. Golly, I'm scared, but I think the Spirit called me to try the snake venom and see how that, what comes out of it, what is going to come out of me, what connection is going to be made.
I just want to speak on something though. I'm gonna say this. As far as the fear of snakes, I keep hearing about this fear of snakes that every time this comes up, right? And I'm gonna say this. This is my response to that. When we talk about herbalists, right? Like your herbalist, the herbalist you go to, they tell you the herbs you need, this and that. How many of them actually are only giving you herbs that they pick themselves?
Very rare.
Very rare, right? Very rare, right? Same thing with snake venom practitioners. Stop talking about being scared of snakes. You're never going to even touch a snake. Learn to serve the venoms. It don't matter if you fear a snake, because you don't have to commune with the snake. You ain't got to touch him. You ain't got to meet him. You ain't got to shake his hand. You ain't got to milk him. You learn how to work with which medicines, and then you use those. The herbalists ain't coming in contact with the herbs from the earth, like pulling them out. Some of them do. I know somebody out there like, I pull them out. Okay, congratulations. All right, cool. I milk my snakes. But honestly, the most people who are practitioners of these herbs, of these medicines, of these fungi, they're not cultivating themselves, and they're not picking them themselves. They have a knowledge of what they are and how to use them and how to facilitate somebody into that. Same thing with a snake venom practitioner. I hear so many people talk about, I would learn, but I'm scared of snakes. What does that have to do with learning how to serve medicines that are quick and effective. Because that's the difference between animal medicine and plant medicine. Plant medicine, you need 90 days minimal, 3 moon cycles. Animal medicine, it's starting today. It's effective immediately. When that snake injects that prey, he's not trying to get that prey to heal over the next month so he can eat them. No, I plan on eating you in 5 to 10 minutes, Poppy. So I'm going to induce that rapid healing into your body right now, immediately. It's going to melt away tumors, melt away cancers, clear out bacteria, clear out viruses, clear out all that negative stuff, because the snake can't separate the good from the bad. So the venoms neutralize it efficiently and immediately.
Is this the same for scorpion venom too, or is this specifically snake venom?
Scorpion venom the same. Scorpion venom is not as strong as snake medicine, but it is an animal medicine, so it is a fast and quick, you know what I'm saying, working modality. Yes. Scorpion venom, bee venom, scorpion venom, snake venom. Shit, hold on. What's this this new joint? Ozempic? You heard about that? It's like a weight loss drug. Ozempic. Everybody's talking about it. It's made out of Gila Monster. It's the Gila Monster peptide.
What is it?
It's an isolated synthetic Gila Monster peptide.
Oh, what's a Gila Monster?
Of a lizard.
Oh.
A venomous lizard. These venoms are medicine.
Oh, wow.
They know the venom. There's about 13 to 15 pharmaceutical medicines on the shelves right now being used by America and other countries that are created from isolated, synthesized versions of snake peptides, period. These things are medicines. And let me tell you what they'll say. They'll say shit like, oh, well, we hear what they say about the healing modalities of Cambo, but we caution you to not try it because scientifically that has never been shown. And then people go, well, damn, science has proven everything else, but they've never shown that this actually works to heal people. Oh, well, shit, I don't know. I might not want to try that because they said it scientifically, it ain't been proven. Do you know that there's never been a scientific experiment on it? Do you know why? Because even if it is the greatest thing and it cures every disease known to man, we can't use it because it's from nature. The only thing we can do is we can synthesize each part of it. Isolate each part of it, study it and see what it does and create a synthetic version of that. And then we can put that on the shelves as a medicine.
Okay, so my next question now, based on what I shared with you from my Scorpio energy and now building up this understanding with the snake and even myself in the Scorpio energy, what do you hear, if you hear anything? What is there anything resonating with you maybe that might guide me into, I would love to hear if anything is, I don't know. If not, that's all right, but I'm just...
Well, I'll say this. Scorpios and Scorpios, right? Scorpios, y'all ruled by sex, drugs, death, right? Scorpion venom is utilized in the spiritual realms for root chakra issues. So are you having any root chakra physically or spiritually issues?
I've had some issues with my root.
Okay.
And especially with my kundalini rises, it's all hot up my back.
Okay.
That snake just curling up from my root all up my back. It's hot as hell. I'm like, golly.
Okay, so because like I said, not everybody uses the snake venom for healing. Some people use it for spiritual reasons. So that sounds like what you're talking about, that kundalini rising experience, right? So tapping into the snake energy physically and allowing that to tap into you spiritually. One of the things that I tell people is when we use the snake venom, the acetylcholine, and how it replenishes our acetylcholine levels, and that our dream realms are kicked up. Like once you do the venoms, like the snake like comes to you in your dreams. Sometimes it's chasing you, sometimes you chasing it, sometimes it's eating you, sometimes you eating it, sometimes you are it, sometimes it's just talking to you, but it's always giving you something. So it's like the snake will communicate with you in those realms. You got to think. Every time the snake was spoken about, it was spoken like the snake came and communicated with Adam and Eve, came and communicated with, you know, all of these different people. It came, that's how it does. It really does. So it's part of the spiritual work. So a lot of us will do like okay, walking with the animal spirits. You start off with Cambo. This cleanses you. Then you do 3 days of snake venom. This is your bio engineering. And then after that, you do Bufo, which shuts down the system and starts it under the new operating system. Bufo. Bufo, the toad venom, the 5-MeO-DMT, the strongest entheogen on the planet.
Okay, I heard about that.
Right. So you just communed with all of those animal spirits. Cambo, the frog, the snake for 3 days, and then the toad. It's a whole new experience. Like everything. It's everything is new.
Getting to know the reptilian. It's like getting to know the reptilian king to see what's the. Oh Lord, I'm about to go down the rabbit hole. Lord,
exactly.
Okay. Thank you. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, beloved. Yeah.
Some people use the snake venom for character growth and development.
Thank you. So that's what I'm hearing. Like that's what I use the shrooms for. You know, what needs to come out? What is in there? What needs to? I mean, it was a whole journey. So yeah, using the medicine for insight, for communication. What do I need to know? No?
So I know what you're saying, right? The mushrooms tell us where we need to grow and develop our character, right?
Okay.
The snake venom actually does it. So let me give you an example. Okay. When I first started serving and facilitating snake venom, the number one thing that I would tell people you need snake venom is for women and a couple dudes who had trouble protecting their boundaries.
Their value.
Their boundaries, protecting their boundaries, speaking up for themselves. Like, yeah, like stop. No, like stop. Like that venom, when you get it in you, it's not going to let you. It's not going to let you let another person disrespect your boundaries. It makes you speak up. Hey, I said stop. Move away from me. What is wrong with you? Whoa.
So it's an activator. It's an activator.
Yes, but it also balances the overactive, because the venomous snake also uses its venom to catch its food. So if every time something agitated it, it bit it and squirted venom, by the time it was hunting, it wouldn't have no venom. So the character growth and development causes you to be more aware of when you bite, of when you strike out. So a person like me, they're always, hey. Now I'll be like, it ain't that deep. I ain't even gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing unless I need to. You know what I'm saying? So it brings those who are too pushovers, it brings them up. But those people who are too hyperactive and aggressive, it brings them down.
Yes. Okay. Oh.
Yeah. So it's all type of stuff.
That's our stuff. Okay. Well, I'm about to get our son down oh God, I'm ready for him to take a nap.
I just put mine down for a nap.
Yeah, it's that time because I can do what you do. I'm about to sell my little rocking chair, act like an old biddy, and get me a little whiskey and a little coke and just smoke and just relax for a minute.
Okay.
I feel like my grandma right now. But anyway, yes, I would love to. Maybe one day me and my beau, and maybe without the sun, or if he comes, we would love to meet you in the flesh since we're
You pull up when you're ready.
Say hi, Baba. Hi.
Peace. Peace, young prince.
This is Mudo, by the way. So
Mudo?
Say hey, Baba. Mudo.
Mudo. I was about to say, I know Mudo.
Yeah, he met Mudo. I'm like, and they both cancers.
Ah, okay. Peace, Mudo.
Okay, I was like, look at that. All right, beloved. Well, thank you, bro, star. I do, boy, we appreciate, love you very much. Thank you for having us. Thank you for sharing the additional knowledge and the wisdom. And you have a powerful, beautiful Saturday.
You as well. And as always, tell somebody you love them in the language they can understand it in. Peace.